Jack, opening day, eFest 2015. Had been mentioned to some of your fellow staffers that we were out here 5-6 years ago. We're blown away by what we saw then, and certainly a big contrast to decades before how I entered model aviation, which ultimately got me into full-scale aviation. And I'm blown away by what I see just in the last couple of years. The electrics have obviously gone phenomenally well. The stabilization systems are blowing me away. What's happening with the quads and the UAVs in the making are extraordinary. But FPV?
It's first-person view, so it's put quite simply, you're getting a pilot seat point of view from the aircraft. It's accomplished a few different ways. Some people like to have a monitor in front of them. Some people like to have a headset, so that's actually the most immersive. That's the way that I prefer. And you receive, via radio transmission, a video picture from a camera and a video transmitter on the aircraft.
Well, obviously, with all this really cool technology and all these amazing capabilities, it's got to be tremendously expensive and only for people with PhDs, right?
That was originally the case, and you really had to know your way around video transmitters and RF technology and everything else in order to make it work. We took all the guesswork out of it for our customers about 3 or 4 months ago when we came out with this airplane. This you buy, and out of the box, it has the video transmitter with the antenna already installed. You charge up the battery for the airplane, you charge up the battery for the headset, and then you go fly, and that's all you have to do. And the whole thing is only $449 that way. And if you already have an existing headset, like a Fat Shark Attitude headset or a Teleporter V4 from one of our other FPV products, like the FPV Nano, bind and fly version of this that doesn't include a headset is only $189.99. And if you already have an airplane, we sell this system that you can retrofit onto an RC airplane. That's also very inexpensive. The video transmitter camera combo is only $100, and that'll work with any of Fat Shark's headsets.
In the case of FPV, for somebody who's looking at this, wants to try it, how do they get involved? What's the learning curve like? Where do they get the basic knowledge?
So there's a few different things. Your best source of information is your local hobby shop and your local club. These are guys that have been doing it for a long time, and they can help bridge the gap between RC and FPV, especially the guys that have already sort of dabbled in FPV. If you're completely new to FPV and RC, you can go to fpv-rc.com. That'll actually redirect to horizonhobby.com to a page that we developed that has a whole bunch of information about this product and the nanos on there and everything really you need to know to get started. So one of the things that's interesting about flying in a first-person perspective is that if you're in the pilot's seat, the airplane's left is always your left. When you're flying RC, that's not true. Your left and the airplane's left are only the same when the airplane is flying directly away from you, which is almost never the case. If you're flying even a basic racetrack pattern, you're either going to be perpendicular to your point of view, or you're going to be flying parallel more towards yourself than away from yourself. So that's a learning curve that's more flattened with FPV. So it is a little bit easier from that perspective to get into for some people.
Where is this technology going to take this industry?
By way of telling a story, I was actually flying with my dad a couple of years ago, and we commented, gee, wouldn't it be cool to see what the airplane sees? And so for people who got into RC because they love airplanes and are trying to get that more immersive aviation experience, FPV is going to be something that's going to allow a whole lot of people who don't have access to a full-scale airplane to have that experience, which, having done both, it's really awesome to be able to bring that to people.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Redbird Flight Simulations is dedicated to revolutionizing flight training by designing, manufacturing, and delivering affordable and innovative flight training technologies. Each Redbird device is designed to enhance the training experience for pilots of all levels, from student to ATP. Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.